The book Ignited fights the notion that middle managers have to give in to feeling squeezed, depositioned, and kicked to the side. Author Vince Thompson, a self-described freedom fighter for managers, joins us today to take us to the heart of a manager's role.
The life of a manager. You feel the strains from corporate vision on one side, the field force on the other, and then all those internal things pushing on you, pushing you down. Many people believe that the manager's role is nothing but this fulcrum point with incredible strain upon it. I believed that myself until I started talking to some of the most successful managers to ever lead in the middle of corporations. What I learned was managers can get more power, more purpose, and more success by taking back their jobs and focusing on that which really matters. We seem to count or take inventory of just about everything in business, but we don't seem to do that with our relationships. I mean, sure, we count them as part of our LinkedIn profile or as part of Outlook, but we don't value them and track the value of them and think about how we can be increasing the value of them on a regular basis. I've got an exercise that I'm going to introduce you to that'll help you do just that. This is what I call the manager's universe. These are the people most responsible for my success at work. You may have between 6 or 10. For the purpose of this exercise, we're going to use 4. Here's my boss. She can be awfully cranky at times, but she's quite influential in the company. And I know it's my job to find a way to help her be successful. This is my colleague. He helps me out all the time, and it's usually just high fives all around. This is my customer. She's very sharp, very demanding. I like that. She also needs everything yesterday. And this is my employee. He's a little clueless, and to be honest, I'm actually scared when I give him projects to do. But I do feel like he needs a mentor, and he does happen to be related to the boss. Now we're going to rate the importance of these relationships to my success at work on a scale of 1 to 10. For my boss, well, she's a 9. Very important. My colleague, probably a 5. My customer, definitely a 10. And for my employee, probably about a 7. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to rate the quality of those relationships on a scale of 1 to 10. For my boss, probably a 7. My colleague, very good, a 9. My customer, always working on it, a 6. And that employee, well, he's probably 2. If the rating that you came up with for the quality of the relationship is less than the rating number that you came up with for the importance of the relationship, then you've got some work to do. In my case, I need to work on that relationship with my boss, with my customer, and with my employee. I need to listen to them. I need to understand them and their goals, what matters most in their lives, and how I can help. You know, as Zig Ziglar, the great motivator, once said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Caring is about listening. And when you're listening, you need to really understand people's explicit and their implicit needs. The explicit ones are pretty straightforward. My customer says,
"Get me a better price."
My employee says,
"Get me a color printer."
and my boss says,
"Open 5 new accounts."
See, very clear. The implicit needs, however, those are emotion-based and more random. In this case, I really believe that my boss, she wants to be perceived by the folks at corporate headquarters as being a financial whiz. She's very proud of her financial skills. My customer, she often talks about just getting home to her family. I think that her implicit needs are based around just making her life easier. And my employee, well, he wants a promotion. Every time I overhear him on the phone, he's telling his folks that he's on the fast track. Now that I know their explicit and implicit needs, it's my job to get working to meet them. You see, if I can help them be successful, they'll be a lot more vested in my success. I hope you enjoyed the Manager's Universe. You can use this on a regular basis to get a sense of the value of your relationships and give you some thoughts on where to spend your energies in building them. You can also use it in a reorg. If your world changes and you try to understand who those players are and where to focus your time and energy, that's a great place too. Thank you very much. I believe so strongly that managers can take back the business world and recreate it in a way that we've always dreamed of. Now's the time.
For more information, go to bnet.com.